him up. Got him, man. I'm back again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Firechicken back here at the Scrapyard.
What's up, Viking Warrior?
Hi, I'm the Canadian.
Welcome back to the livest podcast in the Pacific Northwest. I'm your host, Firechicken, or Cowboy Firechicken for the time being.
Yeehaw.
Welcome.
Who we got that?
What's up, 619 Firechicken? That's what
No.
no. What's up, y'all? What's it? Viking Warrior here. How y'all feeling?
It's the word Viking.
What's good?
V-dub.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Canadian?
Got him.
Jay got him.
I'm back again.
Back again.
Hey, he had the shiners on up close. Golly.
Hey, you looking good, though. You still
Yeah,
good?
you're still pretty.
No makeup, baby.
Look at
No
that.
makeup.
No
I
makeup.
couldn't even tell. I couldn't even tell.
Oh, natural.
It's the lighting, y'all. I swear it is.
Okay, really quick, I'm gonna explain the hat really quick. No, I'm not moving to the West Coast. But we got a member of our group, Ruckus. He's fought in the Scrapyard a couple times, and he gifted me this hat at the last event. So I'm paying homage to Ruckus by displaying my one and only cowboy hat that I own. I might get Scrapyard put on the side of it, but
Or a chicken. Or some feathers. Some
Or a
chicken
big
feathers.
foot.
maybe a little bit of all of that. Maybe just make it like,
Some chicken feathers. You got plenty of fucking chickens out there.
Hell
yeah.
Start plucking.
Yes, sir.
Good training.
Then
man.
he get Chicken Head. Then he'd have to change his name to Chicken Head.
Right.
Oh man.
Try to catch the chicken like in Rocky.
Shit. So I'll
you
go
go.
first. It's my daughter's birthday today, so we was out there
Oh shit.
celebrating. Yeah.
Happy
my
birthday.
little
Birthday.
Happy
Keelani.
birthday to her. Happy birthday
She's
to
4.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just got done with that. So, my week been good. Just been exercising, training, trying to stay ready. I'm ready for this invasion, man. I want to be tested. I did see that Coyote lost. I didn't notice until yesterday. So at the end of the day, man, I need to fight somebody that still has an O. So somebody with an O from the West Coast, let me know.
619.
I'm trying to take
619.
someone's motherfucking
Anybody?
O. He already lost his O.
Oh yeah, I
His
forgot.
O had to go.
It's
I
all
need
gone.
to take someone's O too.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah.
What's up, Gottem?
Paul.
What up, Gottem? How you
What's
feeling, bro?
happening? Oh,
We're
Good,
looking
good,
for matchups.
good.
All you guys. I think just about all of us have matchups for the invasion, right?
Yeah, I think
We're
so.
still looking
Who
for
you-
some Viking, but I think
Who
we
got 'em
talked
fighting?
about it with everybody else.
Yeah. Well, shit. Whoever got an O, man, let me know. I'm trying
Yeah.
to take that shit.
He trying to pop
ASAP.
cherries.
ASAP.
He trying to pop cherries.
I think my guy's got an O. Yeah,
Who's your O?
Martin, Tiny
Oh
Ken.
yeah, that O gotta go.
Yeah.
That O's got to go. I got
go.
an O too, man. So someone's O's got to go.
Yeah, for real. Somebody's.
So let's talk
You're
about
undefeated?
what we had Saturday, guys.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Viking and Canadian, but then I want to go into Jay Gottem because he's going to have probably the most to say about his experience at the event.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it was a small event, but it was definitely not lacking in quality.
Yeah.
We got to see some people come back that haven't been there for a little while.
Yeah, I seen Arm & Hammer.
Yes.
I didn't get to see him out there. I
Yeah, I seen Arm & Hammer out there. I didn't see the Canadian.
No.
Canadian.
Man.
Where the fuck were you at, bro?
I didn't see the Canadian.
I was stuck waiting for my girl. I was stuck. Me and my girl stayed with each other.
Let him
She's
speak,
babysitting.
man. Let him speak,
We
man. Let
understand,
him.
bro. We understand.
Yeah,
We
I got trapped.
understand.
I got trapped. She
Hey,
was
long story
babysitting.
short,
Yeah, long story short, we was waiting for what?
Y'all was babysitting together.
Yeah, babysitting together.
Yeah.
And
you
we
know.
didn't finish and we didn't get done until like 3
Damn.
o'clock.
Y'all took off and had sex in the middle of the babysit?
No,
Yeah, y'all did.
no,
I'm
not
trying
at
to
all.
play.
No, it was fight day. I was staying loose. I was staying loose.
I feel it.
I'm gonna get him next this month.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know how your opponent must feel having to sit there and wait for you the entire event and you not show up, Canadian? I'm shaming you right now, and I'm just
I
joking.
wouldn't know. He didn't show up.
Your opponent didn't even show up. He gave me a no call, no show.
Man, I'm tired of the no call, no shows. And the only reason why is I fucking bust my ass and I motherfucking miss work and I still make that shit. Like, you can't tell somebody like Viking Warrior who has 6 kids, you know what I'm saying, that you don't have enough time if you say, and nobody's forcing you to be there, but if you say you're gonna show up, you just wasted somebody else's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
At least
you don't know if your opponent took off work and missed the fucking day at work and you didn't even show up. Now he missed for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even just about letting Steve down. Is he wasting my time?
Yeah.
And you know what? If somebody just
I was
sends me a
calling
message,
Steve back to back, like, yo, man, we waiting on this. We waiting on dude to come. We waiting on dude to come. I call Steve like what 3 times.
yeah,
And then I'm like, yo, give me give me High Speed's number. Like, let me holler at High Speed so I can tell him sorry. Cause dude really didn't show up until 3. He's the guy I'm trying to get into Scrapyard. I messaged Firechicken about him.
yeah.
And he's like, High Speed didn't even show up. I'm like, bruh.
Bring
You
him
had
out.
me worrying for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? I'm over here ready for High Speed. We still have to get it in. Saying, I can't accept that. High Speed. We gotta fight.
I'm saying no. Like, people know whether you have time on a Saturday to make it, and it doesn't take until Saturday to know if you could. If you're thinking you can't do this shit, then call and once you figure it out that you can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You might know 2 weeks before, and you still leaving everybody else in the dark that you really know that you're not coming already.
Yep.
You just don't want to seem scared or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you still trying to make a way or whatever, but that's whack to me.
Fighting ain't for everybody, man. You know, it takes a lot of nerve to get in there, but be real with me. Just be like, man, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not sure about this. I mean, just let me know. Don't just keep me guessing until the event, because I do match people up ahead of time. I might not tell you who I got you matched up against ahead of time, but I do it so that it can make getting into the fights quicker at the events. If I just tried to match everybody at the events and didn't have any matchups, it would take till like 2 o'clock to get everything going.
Yeah, that Turtle said he would have stepped up and fought Canadian. He a fool. He'd
fight anybody.
He ready. Hey, and he said Canadian
ready.
took laxative. You took laxatives, bro?
Yeah, the day before the fight, I took laxatives to
shitting on yourself.
Man, to get right to 190. Because I'm at 193. I was trying to
should have just got a colonic. That's like a colonic.
Hey, man, I did the same thing when I fought MMA back 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you need to cut some weight quick.
You gotta shit it out.
But I ain't care. I ain't care about that. I was like, bro, I'll fight with these bubble guts. Like, I'll fight.
No, somebody was gonna beat the shit out your ass. Everybody seen that clip. Yeah, everybody seen the clip where motherfucker get a gunshot and just shit on himself. Just think of it. Just think of if you would have fought Real Lion on one of those. There'd be one body punch away from shitting on yourself.
For real.
Your ass would go viral. You would never be called the Canadian again. You'd be the guy who shitted on himself.
The shitty boy.
Shitty boy.
There's a video floating around.
You want to be the shitty boy?
Man, I ain't doing that shit no more. No more vaccines, but I was up there dying on the toilet, bro.
All right, shitty boy.
That's so funny. Shit, so yeah, so what so I heard Brickhouse won heavyweight title.
Brickhouse
won heavyweight
kickboxing title. Dope. Congratulations, Brickhouse.
Congratulations. But it was a good fight, you know what I'm saying? And the other dude definitely thought he was ready and was ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a shorter dude, heavier, stockier dude, and I expected it to go way different than what it went. So when that shit drops, definitely watch it. It was bloody. It was a bloody one. You missed it.
Yeah.
It'll get a lot of attention, guys. I think my kind of perspective on that whole fight. I mean, I was right there, and I hadn't yet sparred Brickhouse, but I've sparred Reaper a few times, and I think that it was a little bit easier for Reaper to spar me than it would be for him to spar somebody like or fight somebody like Brickhouse.
Yeah, because he's so tall.
He wasn't used to the length,
Right.
man. That's the importance of having training partners that vary in shape and size, reach,
Absolutely.
southpaw. You got to have a little bit of experience in all of it, or else you just get like shocked. That's why,
Yeah.
like I think with UJ or the Canadians, sometimes when you go up against somebody and you come out southpaw, and if somebody doesn't have a lot of southpaw fighting experience, you can pick them apart pretty easy.
Mm,
Yeah.
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 Or
But that's what we do at TFW too. Like, some days I'll just go to give them work. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you working on? All right, let's work on your head movement. What is your opponent? Does he do a lot of clinching, grabbing? And I'll try to fight like your opponent just to give you that look. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your teamwork and getting ready and how you get ready for a fight.
exactly.
Yo, speaking of getting ready, who was reffing those fights?
Who is what?
Who was reffing the fights at the event?
Gimp.
Yeah.
Gimp.
Yeah,
We
we're
gonna
gonna bring
talk
him.
about
Shout
it,
out
man.
Gimp.
We're gonna bring him in.
Shout
yeah.
out Gimp, man. Shout out Gimp.
Yeah.
You got a tough job to do.
I don't know if you guys can. Yeah.
Let's bring him
There
in.
you go.
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
Gimp?
In the
Yeah,
house.
my
How y'all
guy.
doing?
It's him.
How you feeling?
Scrapyard OG referee right here.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
The one and
Hey.
only.
This my
One thing I
favorite
got to tell you
motherfucker.
about this last event is you didn't have a lot of fights, but you had a lot of busy work to do
That's right.
in these
Yeah.
few fights.
And
You know.
I'm going to do it right now one more time. Jay Gottem, I am so sorry I didn't see your tap.
No, it's good. It's good. Like, I just had an interview, but I got the job, so it doesn't even matter anymore.
Good
I
job.
promise you, I got the job.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
Dope.
awesome.
I'm gonna be doing
Congratulations.
asbestos removal and demolition.
Right on.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna start this next upcoming Wednesday.
So I was sitting here listening to you guys talking about bubble guts and somebody crapping themselves in the ring. And I got to say from experience that I have experienced that. Two fighters, I was reffing, and somebody crapped their pants. And guess who had to clean it up?
Oh no.
The only guy
Oh,
with
Oh,
gloves
that's
on.
nasty.
Whoever the substitute ref was.
Ref in training.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad, but stuff like that happens. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit
Yeah, I
happens.
guess.
That's
It's just like
disgusting.
we've had people throw up.
Oh,
Not,
damn.
Middle of the
not in
fight.
the cage. Not in the cage yet.
Yeah, there was like, go over the fence, go over
No.
the fence.
You always hear me like, get the door open.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Is Big,
Yeah,
I
for
think
real.
that happened at this
wait, is
last
Big Daddy
event,
William
didn't it?
coming at the
He
invasion?
He didn't puke. He's just gagging a little bit. That was Scorpio. But we did have one event, and it was this guy named Pitbull, and he's got this MMA tattoo on his side of his on a side, and
Yeah.
he was fighting, and I think it was like 30 seconds into the fight. I just seen it in his eyes, and I'm like, get that cage door open. He went running, just a beeline right to the woods, and just
that was KC's brother, right?
yeah.
Yeah, KC Davidson. Shout out him. He's one of the fucking Scrapyard's biggest supporters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out KC Davidson.
Shout out Lone Wolf.
Hell yeah.
Lone
Shout
Wolf.
out Lone Wolf.
But I do got to tell you guys, this last event, you're exactly right. That it was a lot of work. And I do appreciate putting me to work like that, because it keeps me involved, keeps me part of the fight scene, and, it keeps me on my toes.
You're part of the family, man.
That's what's up.
That's what
Hey, I look at it like this. I play basketball. It's a sport. Fighting is a sport. The the refs aren't going to see every foul that happens. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep on going like it's on. But first rule of fighting is protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right. So I got to give a big shout out to Steve for convincing me to go out because I was going through some rough times, and you know, we all go through them. And the biggest thing that I needed around me was family. So going to the scrapyard was exactly what I needed. You know,
For sure.
and
shit.
even in the
That's what
yard,
got you into
I got
refereeing.
some more bad news while I was there reffing, and it kind of got me out of my head for a second. But Steve had a little talk with me right quick, and man, I was right back in the game like nothing was going on.
Yep.
'Cause I was in the zone.
So did you have ambitions to be a ref before Steve brought that to you, or
You know,
did it just fall in your hands?
well, Tyler Thompson, one of my fighting partners, my sparring partner and trainer, he'd always refereed before, and I would always go with him to all of his events that he refereed, and he refereed a lot of my fights. And being training partners and stuff, he taught me the ropes.
He represented all fights.
Yeah. So and Steve caught on to that, you know, that I was going with him, and then when Tyler got sick, I kind of stepped in for him at multiple events around Washington, and that's kind of where it opened up doors of, hey, you got a call in to do this, might as well do it.
Yeah,
And-
that's dope.
For those of you guys that don't know, I actually went to high school with Gimp. We were in
Oh yeah.
a couple classes together. We've known each other for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really cool to be able to do this with him on a monthly basis.
That's dope.
Yes, it
That's
is.
good to hear.
Big facts.
Hey, so like you said, you do sanction events as well now? Since you've been doing the
I
Scrapyard?
started doing sanction events, and Steve called me up and gave me the opportunity to do this, and I couldn't say no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope. So what do you like doing more, sanction events or the scrapyard?
Or fighting.
You know, I tell you what, I love fighting. I got
Love
it. I'm
fighting.
glad you threw that in there because I love fighting.
Can't
You know,
forget you're a
but-
fighter too.
When
Yeah,
we
It
gonna see
takes
Get
one to
You
know
fight
one.
again?
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, it takes one to know one. So sanctioned events are good and all, but my experience is that you only get probably 5 to maybe 10 fights at max, and that's a lot of fights for a sanctioned event. You know, here in Washington, refereeing for the scrapyard, my experience level has went up tremendously in the last year because we put on 20, 25 fights per month. That's crazy experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
When are you gonna
I
fight
never,
again?
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
When am I going to fight again? I fought Steve on this last event. You guys will all get to see it soon.
Oh
Awesome.
shit.
Awesome.
Was
Okay.
it
Man,
boxing?
get the
Just a little
pre-release
grapple.
and see it now.
You know, it was just a little grapple, but you know, I
Grappling
think
match.
the fans really want to see Derek in some of that kickboxing action again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess that's the question at hand. If I can get some training in and separate my schedule a little bit and really put in some work, fuck, if I stay dedicated, probably I can give it 3 months and then throw me in.
Hell yeah.
That's
Can't
dope.
wait to see it.
Okay.
That's what it's all about too, is having the
Okay.
schedule to do it.
We'll
Right.
get him into the invasion, man. Jim got to
Yeah.
fight in the invasion, baby.
Can we
Oh,
hold
well,
you to that?
you know,
Can we hold you to that?
Fuck yeah.
that's a good
3
good
months?
idea, just to fight in the invasion. That would be
Yes.
great. Then everybody on this screen right now would be fighting in the invasion.
Fuck yeah,
Hell
that'd be dope.
Let's
Hey,
do it.
The
You can
family.
do it, Gimp. I got like
Let's go.
20 pounds to
Let's
burn
go.
before the invasion. Chunky Chicken right now has got
All
some
right.
motivation now that he's got a match lined up. So
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Hell yeah.
This is crazy. This is gonna be awesome.
I gotta get into the gym too. Shit.
you guys live in
I
the
know. I'm
gym.
gonna put this out there. Jay Gottem did not train for that fight with Terrifier, man.
Right.
He did not train. Let's just put that out there. This man was working,
Got him.
and that's his only training. He was working hard, providing for his family,
Hey,
and you know, he just
Hey, I
palms
feel
up,
ya.
went up in there, palms up.
I
baby,
feel you on
palms
that
up.
training, working
That's tough.
and considering that you're training, because work is important, and you know as well as I do, the work we do is not easy.
Yep. Yep. But at the end of the day, I felt like I was comfortable with my game plan, but I forgot the 5 Ps. You know what I'm saying? Because the proper preparation prevents the poor performance. And you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And mentally, I knew what I wanted to do, and I felt like it would work, but I hadn't executed it enough in practice to really feel comfortable in the ring like that. But I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if somebody called me to play basketball, like, hey, Jay, I got a game right now. If I can make it, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the same with fighting.
And you went up against a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's bring Anomaly in before we forget. Anomaly.
Yeah.
Anomaly.
There he is.
What's up, boy?
Anomalies
What's up,
in the
Anomaly?
house.
What's
going
going on?
gentlemen?
How you doing, man?
Haven't
I'm
seen
hanging,
this
bro.
guy. Haven't seen
Training
this
and
guy in a couple
training.
months.
So we talking about reffing. We talking about the event. What do you think about the event, and what do you think about reffing? What got you into starting reffing?
Man, I've been reffing for nearly 30 years on boxers I've been training. And you get a really good feel for when somebody doesn't want to be there anymore. You know, you get a really good feel for it, because when somebody getting lit up like a Christmas tree, man, it's time to just wave it off, because, you know, they don't want to be there, and there's no sense in them getting in there and get hurt.
Right.
So.
And you've been fighting for a long time, you said? How long?
Oh, yeah. I started when I was in 87, I think was my first.
That's my year. That's when I was
boxing
born,
match.
baby.
87.
I lost my first kickboxing match, and the guy that beat me was a boxer, so I started training in the gym with him. I was fortunate enough to train with Manny Galloway, the WBO welterweight champ, and man, I got fast after that. I would have stepped in the ring with anybody. When I was 29, I wish I had the prowess I had then.
Right. So what do you think your biggest fight was?
My biggest fight?
Yeah.
I think my last kickboxing match was the biggest fight I ever had, because it was a guy that knocked me down the first day I was in the boxing gym. He was from Louisiana, and he came over, and they were talking a bunch of smack. They're going to take us Texas boys' money and go back to Louisiana and party. And he was talking about the smack. But I knocked him out in minute 34.
Minute 34.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He was asleep before he hit the mat, man. His eyes wasn't looking at anything.
Yeah. Do you think your technique is better now that you're older, more experienced, or back then were you like the same technique, you were just faster and quicker?
Well, my technique has gotten better over the years, because I start understanding what my coach was telling me back then. You know, there's a lot of stuff that it makes sense like years down the road. Oh, that's why he told me to do this way and that way. But I learned peekaboo style, you know, and this is my game. I love it. I like to get inside and bang, because, you know, if you know how to bang and you get inside, you can do some damage.
Right.
You got power on your punches. I don't got big arms, man, but I'm knocking people out, you know, all throughout, you know. But I tell you, man, Tintix is just tough. That kid is tough. You've been hit with some bombs, and he won't go down.
Do you know your overall record?
9-1 in kickboxing and 2-0 at Scrapyard. I had let's see, if you count in tournaments and stuff, I think I got like 7 or 8 gold medals from BJJ tournaments, and I got a silver medal from a no-gi, because I decided to sign up expert. I figured I'd go for the belt, you know, because you get a belt if you win that. And I went against a 2-stripe black belt from Canada, and I thought I had him on points. I thought we were tied on points, and they were going to do a tiebreaker, but it didn't work out that way. They didn't score my takedown, and they scored his reversal, so it was 2-0 when it's over. Oh well.
Hey, Anomaly, what is your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belt ranking?
I'm a 3-stripe. I just got my 3rd stripe purple belt, and guys in the gym saying, want me to get my brown, but I don't want a brown. I don't want to have this. I don't care if I'm a white belt. I want the skills.
I feel you.
He'll You'll take a 5th stripe on that purple belt over a brown belt.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I would take a 5th stripe. I'd take a demotion to a white belt. That'd be fun. Go to tournaments and just clean up.
For those of you guys that aren't familiar too much with the different martial arts and the ranking systems, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is one of the it's one of the hardest martial arts to get a black belt in. It can take upwards of 10 plus years to get. So there's only white, blue, purple, brown, and black belts until you get above that. But so to be a purple belt is very, very skilled.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
so Ron, when you referee, what do you look for when it comes to stoppages? You know,
Oh, stoppages.
Yeah.
Well, primarily, if say like you're lighting your opponent up, I'll take my attention less off. I'll take a little less attention on you and more on your opponent, because he's getting lit up. He's more likely to do one or two things. He's likely to have it in his eyes. He just doesn't want to be there. Or he's likely to do something illegal, you know, like grab a fence or do something to try to get him a better advantage point. So I take more focus on the guy that's getting beat, because, you know, if you're getting beat, you don't want to stay in there, man. And I'm there to help him out, because I'm all about safety. Because after training boxers I trained a street guard team, and we took all European championships. So, you know, I'm watching those guys, and there's no such thing as 25, 50, 75%. When you're boxing, it's you either know how to slip or you don't, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The speed is power.
So, same question for you, Gimp. What do you
Hey,
see?
Anomaly nailed it right on the head. Focus goes off the opponent that is the aggressor. And like you said, I'm looking at the eyes, and you'll see it in a lot of the videos. I will literally chase you around looking in your eyes to make sure that you're still focused and in the game, in the fight, you know. And any kind of slumpage, stutter stepping, and like you said, grabbing the fence, anything illegal, you know, fighter safety is number one. And
Yep.
a lot of it is just knowing the moves and knowing the fighter beforehand, which is a bonus of the scrapyard. We get to know these fighters, you know, and we can kind of guess their demeanor. You know, your demeanor changes when you get rocked a few times, for sure.
So from stopping a fight and giving a competitor a standing 8 count, what do you really look for to determine which to give?
Well, I'll tell you, on a standing 8, I can tell that they're still there. They're not out all the way. They still look in the fight, you know, but usually it's from a really rocked punch, you know, and that'll get them a standing 8. But when their eyes are going back and they're, you know, incoherent pretty much, you could tell the look on their face.
Want to quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I don't wait for incoherent. I just what I'm looking for is their defense. If they're not defending themselves, because you're told defend yourself or protect yourself at all times, and if they got their hands down, they're just getting lit up by like a Christmas tree. I don't care how much of a fight they think they're in. You know, even if they think they're doing good by just taking shots, and they can take a shot.
Yeah.
I'm there to protect them, man, because we don't need any bad damage going there. You know, it's just like when you got a team, man, you don't want your teammates to get lit up too bad, so you stop it, you know, and it's kind of like the family out there. You don't want these guys to get hurt, you know. So I'm watching for that. I want to make sure that there's no damage that's going to happen that's going to cause them to have crap like I had to go through. I got knocked out, broke my neck, broke my back on a parachute malfunction. So
yeah,
and that's the same kind of deal, that blunt force trauma, man. That's what it is.
I got a question for both the referees here. What do you guys think is the toughest part of your job? What do you toughest part of repping?
Who first? Who you calling?
Either take the reins.
The toughest part is trying to see everything, and that's why I don't look at anybody's eyes when I'm initially watching a fight. I'm watching between them, and just like in boxing, I don't look at anybody's eyes or any targets. I get a peripheral of the entire body so I can see what's happening. So I'm trying to get peripheral of two guys going at it so I can see what's going on. And if I see a guy getting lit up, then I'll start focusing on the guy that's getting lit up.
Hey, when I first came to Rom's gym, he said, "Look at nothing, see everything."
Right. Yeah. That's my kung fu portion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'd say the hardest part is not necessarily staying focused, but trying that in itself, staying focused on everything all at once.
That's it.
Moving around the cage and always staying shoulder or chest towards them. You know what I mean? And maneuvering and that's it. Just staying focused. And it takes a certain discipline to stay that focused the whole time.
Yeah, and then I can imagine that's why I can probably never be a ref, because I'm a fighter too, and I know Gimp, you're a fighter too. So I'm like, if I see somebody I know down there, I'll be like, do this or do that. And like, that's one part about reffing where I don't think I would be a good ref, because I try to tell, I wouldn't be able to shut my fucking mouth and be like, you know what I'm saying? Get his arm, wrist control. And I'm a ref like, oh shit.
That runs through my head every single fight when I see somebody I know down there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, you could do this, you could do this. But I just gotta kind of ignore that and stay focused.
Yeah.
Same thing as being a judge. I remember being a judge. I was cheering somebody on. Jay was like, "You can't be giving them pointers. You're the judge."
Yep. I have the same problem there when I'm running the camera, because I'm right there, and it could be somebody that I've trained with, shown certain things to, and they're in the position that we might have worked on or something, and I just have to sit there and bite my tongue. Or when I walk over to the corner in between the breaks,
it's tough.
I'm standing there and I'm just holding the camera, I'm listening to their corner, give them advice, and it's like,
I can tell you
what I would want to give them, but I just gotta
sometimes you see Steve with the camera like,
yo, he really be like that. He really be like that, covering his mouth.
Yeah, it's the same.
Good shit, fellas. Good shit. We're gonna jump into Jay Gottem's moments.
Are we already doing that? I thought we were gonna review.
One more question. We have on the private chat. 2 days left, a few, but there's one more left, and I think it's a really important one. But times when you guys may have made a call that others didn't agree with, if you can give an example and maybe why you did that particular decision the way that you did it, or what have you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, the first one right off the bat, obviously, this last event, I missed a call from Jay Gottem's fight. He tapped, and there again, I wasn't fully focused on the on both men at the same time. I was more focused on the guy that was doing the ground and pound, and the timer was going off in my head too. It was down to 5 seconds, and I'm counting in my head and making sure that the blows to the head weren't like solid, huge blows, and because I was getting ready to step in and stop it right then, so I didn't even see his hand sprawled out. It almost looked like he was pushing himself up off the ground the way he tapped, so I didn't see it. And again, I apologize for that.
Hey, it's like a missed call, man. I'm not even tripping about it.
I know you're not.
I tend to lean on the side of safety more than anything. It may be a fault, but if anybody disagrees with me, they can call me out, and we'll go to the scrapyard and have some fun.
This guy.
I'm putting your phone number in the chat here, Ron.
Yeah,
so I can call you out.
Yeah,
just slide in his DMs.
All right.
Do you guys read the comments on YouTube with people comment on your reffing?
Oh, absolutely not. Steve told me to stop reading them after the first couple events, so I haven't read them since.
Yeah.
So I'm always in there fighting people over it.
Yeah, Steve got everybody's
True.
back, man. Steve's
Facts.
jumping on him.
That's one thing about me as a host or whatever. You guys, I'll go to bat for you. I can't be on every single video, every single comment, but if I see something about a fighter that I don't think is right, I'll delete the comment or do what I got to do. But yeah, you guys are the ones taking the risk getting in there and going to war. So you guys don't deserve to just have these shitty comments from YouTube commenters made toward you. You know, so I gotta like put people in their place every once in a while.
Yeah, but I do like that. You stand up for the fighters and shit.
We appreciate it.
True.
I appreciate it, Steve. But one of the things I always, one of the things like I always think about is negative publicity is still publicity. If they want to watch the fight and talk trash about it, fine. They watch the fight,
Yeah.
So, and the thing of it is, if they want to trash talk me, or whatever, I'll be as kind as I can. Please come out and beat my ass. I would love to.
It's usually me. I'm usually the one that is getting trash talked, but
I think Anomaly is itching to get on this West Coast invasion too.
Yeah, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm getting strong again.
Anomaly versus WA, maybe?
Pardon me?
Anomaly versus WA, maybe?
Yeah, that would be good for sure.
That'd be nice. I like that.
let's not set up any matches tonight.
Not yet, not yet.
Put him on 619.
Yeah,
That's right. That'll be a good
I'll
match.
take that. I'll take that all day long.
Kick his
I
ass.
love it. What's up, Solo?
Solo.
Solo.
Bench, it's big Solo. There he is.
I heard
No
Solo
looky punch.
I heard Solo might be coming back to step in
Yeah.
for his
You guys-
former opponent.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the no looky punch demonstration? The technique of the no looky punch.
That was
I
awesome.
studied that frame by frame, Ron. I know it by heart.
He,
Frame
he
by
posted
frame.
a video.
No,
Oh,
I
he
didn't
did?
see it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
posted a video of the no
didn't
looky
see the
punch.
video. Man, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
That guy's Solo. You're like one of the most entertaining fighters I've ever seen.
Love
Absolutely.
Solo, man.
You just got that it factor. You got that factor that people just want to watch.
You got that drunk
It looks
guy
like a Chris
factor.
Farley
The
movie when
motherfucker
you
at
fight.
the bar that's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
He's our Steve-O.
Yeah, for real. So we jumping in Jay Gottem's moments?
Yeah,
sir.
I think we need to jump into Jay Gottem's moments.
Okay.
Damn.
We got coming in at number 5. I think we had Karate Gandalf for his fight against the Samaritan, and he had the Gottem moments because he came out and he was not playing no games from the first jab. He was letting Samaritan know exactly what it was, and Samaritan figured out fast that he was outclassed, and he got up out of there as quick as he came in. So
Yeah.
when he got out, Gandalf got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Coming in at number 4. Who we got at number 4?
Dre, I think.
Dre.
Number 4, we got Dre for stepping in and fighting. This was on a step in, just an off day on his weekend.
Yeah, he
Then
wasn't
he had
training
Saturday open, so he decided to come up because he'd been training a little bit in the gym, not knowing who he was fighting. He came out and handled business, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning to the end. He was on it, so you could tell he's been training. I think he might be going for a belt or something, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But Dre definitely made his opponent quit by, slick head movement and moving around and sticking his big punches. So Dre definitely got him.
God is
Next, we got Crazy Legs. Did you guys see how? Yeah, I think he had something to prove this month. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just like his stick and move, counterpunch game. His head movement was on. He had his nice onesie on and his hair put up. His girl was there, his twin and shit. Like
Boy was ready.
he had a birthday on that Saturday. That Saturday, and he definitely got him in fashion too.
That's right.
Got him.
the crazy leg got him.
For real.
Number two, we got the Terrifier because we got to give it to this man. He came out and he stuck up to his name, the Terrifier. Now nobody's gonna want to fight him. I feel bad. Yeah, man. It's gonna be harder than ever for him to get a fight. My bad, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man. Hey,
You know how that shit go.
I
At
tried to
least
help
you
you
get some more
out.
fights now.
I tried to help you out, but you definitely got him. You know what I'm saying?
3, 2, 1. Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Give us a count, Jay.
Only be one day.
Yeah.
Nominate himself.
Stepping up to the plate. Every heavyweight is scared to fight this man. You know what I'm saying? So you know me. On a Saturday, if I got the time, that Saturday I happen to have the time. You know what I'm saying? And we did it. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But now every heavyweight, watch out. You know why? Because now I could rightfully make you victims. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you didn't step up to your champion. Now I'm stepping up to your weight class. So, I might brick house. I might come get that kickboxing from you. Starting. Let's talk. Yeah, I'm saying I might be up there around the heavyweight division for a while that I, earn my stripes. You feel me? Got him.
Don't ever question if Jay gonna fight because you already know he got him.
Come on, man. And don't ever question if I'm gonna fight.
Don't ever.
We already know.
Because Jay got him.
Make it to 145. Jay got him.
145. Come for that belt. Listen, if I can go 90 pounds up, I can go 90 pounds down, right? Right now.
The difference.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing.
Shit. So let me ask you real quick, Jay. So how you felt going into that fight, and what was your mind frame when it came to the end of the fight?
Okay. So my mind frame going into the fight was, I'm not coming with no excuses. I don't care what I have or haven't been doing. If I can make it, I'm coming. I'll take the fight. It's on me to find the time to. I could have got up and jogged at 5 o'clock in the morning if I really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I chose not to because, I'm not, I guess, about that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the training type of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I can when I can, and I'm going to try to be ready for anything. So I wasn't tripping. Coming into the fight, like the day of the fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I have a game plan. I'll break down my game plan. My plan was test him on the outside, see where his reach was, because people forget that this guy is 6'3". I'm 6'3" too. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a reach advantage. So everybody's like, you can stay on the outside. But when we measured up, that's when you see them hit each other at the same time. Bang. We had the same amount of reach, same exact amount of reach. So I thought about, okay, if that happens, I'm going to try to fight him inside so I won't be on the outside of his power where his power is at. So that's why I was going to try to fight him on the inside. I had to test his strength to see what he was going to try to do, because in his other fight, he throws wild bunches and then he'll wrestle you down at the cage. I wanted to be ready for that, but I didn't want him to be able to throw his wild bunch. And so I initiated the grappling because I knew he was going to try to overpower me. He got me up against the cage. I was confident enough in my power to stand up and wrestle with him like if it was a power struggle. That's where he was so smart at. Because when I pushed back on him and he seen my strength, he went to his move, like his wrestling training. I guess it's called a lateral takedown or whatever. And I
Lateral
did not
drop.
expect that from him. I expected him to try to power me back to the fence, at which point I was good. That's what I wanted, because now we're wasting time and we're doing this little ping ping game and you're not really hitting me. That's what I was trying for. Then when I was on the bottom, I felt kind of comfortable. Like when I was on my back, I was comfortable. Until I tried to get up. And that was my mistake.
I was just wondering what was in there.
I tried to get up and uncrossed my feet and tried to get up. But when I tried to get up, he leaned his weight on my attempt and my foot was stuck there like I couldn't move it. And that's when he transitioned into position and I was in trouble. And I don't even know if it looked like a direct hit, but the way he moved his body, he like punched at the same time and it slid on my eye in a way that all of his weight was just coming down on my eye. Like, oh god damn, like that. It wasn't even a punch. Like, it was just the way how all of his weight came down on my eye. I think from that point, and I'm gonna tell you this, coming into the fight, I knew my chances of taking damages were high. So if I was like, if I'm in a position where I'm overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying, don't fuck yourself up because you got this job interview coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy, like, brother.
But
there's people. There's so many comments about how large your testicles are.
Yeah.
And I gotta give it to you, brother. You got some big ones, because man, I've rolled with Luther, man. I've rolled with Terrifier, man. It's not fun.
Even right now, like I still have a chance at beating him. It's not like he'll beat 7 out of 10 fights, but those 3 that I get, I'm gonna have to, but it's like I'll take those odds betting on me.
The Fat Belly guard pass to a cradle, and then when you kicked out of the cradle, he went into a mount, and
yeah, I should have never kicked out. As I watched the film, and once that happened, I was like, you can see my legs, like it was just extended. I was like, oh shit, that motherfucker just crushed my eye. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That had never happened. It was a new experience for me, and like,
he's a phenomenal wrestler. People take that away. Don't take that into consideration.
He's smart. Yeah, he's smart. I expected him to try to overpower me and push me up against the cage and, do all that stuff. And I'm good at that type of stuff. Like, I like dirty fighting like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I thought he was going to do. But he was smarter than that and just used technique to use my power against me and rolled down and got where he was comfortable at. But
yeah, how many UFC champions do you know have wrestling background?
Brock Lesnar.
All of them?
Pretty sure all of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's probably one that doesn't have background for wrestling.
Turtle want to run it. This when are we gonna run it?
Turtle run it against Terrifier.
Hey, Anomaly, you said you've rolled with Terrifier. Can you tell us what a little more detail on what that's like? Like, what
rolling with Terrifier?
Yeah, what really stands out to you about his wrestling?
Like trying to fight the current, man. Trying to keep the current from coming in on you. He's a beast, man. As far as he imposes his will, and you're just along for the ride, And
hey, I would say in his movements, you can feel his weight coming down. Like, it doesn't even take a hit for him to make you feel him. Like, if he slams his hand down on your shoulder, you feel his weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got a story.
I don't know if you guys have seen his wrestling videos, but he went against a guy that was about, I think he said it was about what he weighed. I think it was 250 and he was 205. And he destroyed that guy. when he was wrestling. So, you know, he's no joke as far as his grappling.
So,
Yeah,
so when Terrifier first got in the Scrapyard, right after his first fight, he was looking for, you know, people to train with. He wanted to start reaching out to us, you know, and he reached out to me first, and I pushed him toward Ron, and I let him know about Ron, and I let him know about, you know, Ron's garage, and Ron reached out to both of us, and we ended up meeting at Ron's garage, and I just left TFW at the time. I was already doing MMA training that day, and I came with those guys, and they was already working, and Ron was helping with the grappling and showing different submission moves, and I ended up rolling with well, it wasn't rolling, but you know me, I'm a stand-up guy, so I allowed Terrifier to try to take me down, right? Man,
I saw that.
for the first 30 seconds, I was doing good. You know what I'm saying? And then that man did the foot stomp. This one, he liked the foot stomps. He foot stomped my fucking toe. My big toe almost ripped it off. And I had to rip my foot away, you know. And I looked down, and my sock was completely torn in half. He ripped my sock off. What? When I ripped my foot away, my sock was gone. Huh, Ron? Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was
right in
it's
half.
Pretty crazy. There for a microsecond,
my toe was fucking purple for like a month.
Like a microsecond, it looked like for a microsecond there, VW thought he was gonna take him down, and it didn't happen. But yeah, the same thing happened to me in a gym. You know, that's how I tore a pec muscle, because I thought, you know, I'd done a throw by at the house and got behind him, but he stuffed that, and then I tried to throw by with the right, and I didn't have. Steve, you do throw bys, right? You know, you gotta have the armpit on your shoulder, not on your crook of your arm. And when I tried it on the crook of my arm, as soon as I engaged, he stepped back and put his weight on my arm, and my muscle just ripped. So that's what I'm recovering from right now. You know, I'm back in the gym, and I'm working hard, trying to get it back up right now, and it'll get there.
You know who the Terrifier look like? Don't he look like Hellboy, kind of?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for real.
He's a good dude, though, man. He's a really good dude. You know, he looks all scary and stuff on there, but he's a great guy, man.
He is.
What's up, Big Chief?
yeah, he cool as hell.
So we're gonna jump into my moment.
I was just gonna say that, my man.
Hero of the month.
What's up? What's up? So yeah, Viking Warrior of the month. Round of applause.
Yeah.
It goes. We're gonna give it to Dozer. So this man, so I had to give it to him because this man reached out to me about 6 months ago, letting me know that I am his motivation, and I gave him the determination to get up and start training and wanting to fight, you know. And when he reached out to me 6 months ago, you know, I really didn't think nothing of it at first. And I was like, yeah, you know, I appreciate the love and I appreciate the support. And I was like, yeah, you should definitely try it out. If you have never fought before, you should start training and try it out. Long story short, he started training. He started showing me the videos. He would send me videos and tag me in his stuff. And, you know, he showed up to the fight, and I was supposed to corner him, but my son had a fight the same day, so I wasn't able to corner him. But he ended up fighting Jazz, and Jazz is Scotty Showtime's homeboy or family, and they came out and trained with us quite a few times at TFW. And I know how Jazz fights, and I know he's a tough competitor, and he always brings the fight, you know. So when them two fought, I knew that it was going to be a good fight, and I knew that it was going to be a good test for Dozer because, you know, he ain't never fought before. He only had light sparring. He never had no real strong contact sparring, you know. He let me know that he only had light sparring and that he only been training, you know, coming up toward the fight from that 6 months, you know, 6 months. when he first started, when he reached out to me, and I was, you know, his inspiration. And honestly, man, he showed out. He got the dub. He fought hard the whole fight. Didn't quit. Didn't look for a way out. You know, like a lot of people when they first fight, you know, they kind of look for the way out and look for, you know, the door to be open. And he didn't do that, man. He fought through, and he got the dub, man. And more power to him, man. Viking Warrior of the month, man. Good fight.
Yeah.
Nicely put. Shout out Dozer.
Shout out
Yes,
those.
sir. Shout out Jazz too, man. Good fight, man.
Jazz.
Good work.
Yes, sir.
I know you guys got your segments. I brought something up before the podcast about it was a segment that I wanted to do. It's just gonna be really quick, but I wanted to do most improved. So we saw a lot of fighters come back at this last event that have been with the Scrapyard for quite a while. We saw Mad Dog, who fought on the very first Scrapyard. Karate Gandalf, who's fought a few times. But the guy that I want to highlight from the last event, and we talked about him earlier, but it's Brickhouse.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy with his first fight with Pookie, and he fought actually twice that day. But I've seen him progress as a fighter, but most recently, he's taken it to another level. Like his blocking is just looking so crisp, and his shots are really looking good. You can tell that he's putting the work in. So shout out Brickhouse. You've made a huge transition in the Scrapyard, and proud to be filming your fights, man.
Yep. Congrats on winning the title, man. Good shit, bro.
Congratulations, bro.
Looking good, man. Looking sharp.
Very well done.
I'd like to see Brickhouse get some runbacks with some of his past fights now.
Yeah. Pookie, where you at?
Cool.
Terrifier was coming. I heard Terrifier was coming for the kickboxing title.
Well,
All heavyweight. All heavyweight action.
Terrifier.
That would be a good match.
The people need it.
Brickhouse
That would
is
be a
taking
good
care of
match.
something first. He's taking
Heavyweight,
care of
That's what I thought you was gonna fight him, Jay. I didn't know at first you was gonna do MMA with his big ass. I thought kickboxing would have been more safer, but you didn't go for the safer route. So more power to you.
Okay, listen. If I was trying to be safe, we would have worn headgear and fucking shit at the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be safe. It's a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna bet on myself every time. You know what I'm saying? Like if we ever fought again, I would not say, oh, he's gonna win this time. No, okay, I'm gonna execute my plan this time. It's gonna work this time, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna bet on myself every time. That shit.
Hell yeah.
I feel you.
So when's Jay Gottem gonna make Jay Gottem bobbleheads? Got him.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
No more
With the dreads, with the cheetah dreads.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I need them.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to talk about it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, guys.
I think next we were talking about the West Coast invasion.
Yes.
We got
Yeah, let's jump into that real quick.
You want me to,
do we got
go over some of
matchups?
the potential matchups? I got some stuff wrote down here. I'll just go over really quick. None of this is set in stone, but I got Moose versus Buddy V for MMA. I got Diesel versus possibly Golden Hands. If Golden Hands decides to come back this month and fight, then I'm gonna give Golden Hands to Diesel. Real Lion, obviously, he's fighting 619. Shinigami, I would like to get him versus the Destroyer. So I'm going to need Gimp's help on tracking down Anthony Boatman because I don't have his contact information.
I do believe he's training.
Okay, good, because that is the match that Shinigami has asked for going on like a year and a half, and I think it would be really good.
Wait.
Jay Gottem versus Duva. Then we got Free Smoke. Now, there's been back and forth between Jabberwocky and Crazy Legs on that one. So none of that's for sure yet. We got yours truly, the Firechicken versus head honcho himself, Tiny Tank Martin Rubio.
The boss versus the boss.
Yep. We got Wedo versus a cheeseburger. No, I don't have an opponent for him yet. But he says he's coming in like 220, so I don't know what's up with the weight gain, but we'll accommodate him. We'll find somebody for that weight.
Yeah, somebody fight him.
Nasty Native versus the Terrifier,
Woo!
obviously. And then you know what? That's all I got. Right. Oh, actually, no.
The hell?
Hitman,
Are those all fighters from the West Coast that are confirmed coming?
I think most of them. I think they are.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard for sure Duva, but they might have mentioned that he is coming because West Coasters keep bringing him up, and I think that's probably gonna go. Oh, Bricks. That was another one. Gary Turtle says Bricks, so it's gonna be
Turtle versus Bricks. Let's see it.
There we go. I'll write that one down. There we go. I'm sure there's other people that have mentioned that they want to come out. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sign up list, and it's going to be really early. It's going to be like a couple months early, but I'm going to put the sign up list, and you can differentiate whether you're West Coast or Scrapyard. That way, we just get an idea of who we can match people up against. We're going to cater to the West Coast as far as like if they have a person that is a particular, because if they're gonna spend the money to fly out here and everything, I'm gonna really try to match them up with somebody similar. So that's what I mean by cater to that. And I actually had an idea, guys. So since this is gonna be such a big event, and I'm not expecting anybody to follow suit with this as far as changing your schedules, but if there's people that want to get in on like a Friday and get a couple, like get some matches in on a Friday because they can't make it on Saturday, there's a particular match that I'm trying to set up because of some unforeseen circumstances that I don't want to get into yet until all the parties are okay with it. But I think like if we did some Friday, like a Friday, just a couple matches, have some people out, that could work out too, because people are going to be flying in and they're going to be here possibly like Thursday, Friday. They're going to be here early. So if they want to come out, I'll take the damn day off for it. That's worth it to me.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
Is Hitman still? Is me and Hitman still on?
Oh, that was the other one. Sorry, I meant to write that one down.
Just making sure.
As long as you don't switch sides again, go back to the
No, I'm gonna be having my home in Washington.
So I mean, like right now, it's even though we're so early, so preliminary, it's already looking like this monumental
2-day tournament.
We're gonna try to top it though in July, our 2-year anniversary. I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna try to bring back like I'm not gonna get into that yet. That's way out there, but one thing about the last event, that was our 19th event, guys. So I think we're leading as far as events goes, other than the main branch, obviously.
Good job, team.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
19 successful events and many more to come.
Baby.
Shout out to the sponsor.
This month will be number 20.
Premium clothing brand.
That's right.
Shoto. Let's go.
Show.
Shout out to Shoto.
You got any shout outs, Ron?
Shout outs, Hammerhead, MMA, Brian Peterson, Teach Me Grappling on YouTube. Learn a lot of counters from that guy. If you guys want to look at something, check out Teach Me Grappling. And I don't know, that's a couple of guys I do a lot of training at Hammerhead, and I get a lot of technique from Teach Me Grappling. But yeah.
Thanks, Ron. You got shout out, Gimp.
Hey, I got to give it to the team.
Shout out to
the team right there.
Shout out to the team. Any shout outs, Canadian?
Shout out Steve, of course, and shout out my little brother.
Firechicken.
I gotta give a shout out to my biggest supporter in the entire scrapyard, and that's Mandy Chicken. He's like so on board with everything that we're doing and so helpful. Like I legitimately couldn't be doing this without her support. I mean, then there's also my senior chicken and mama chicken, my mom. You know, they're big supporters, and then just you guys as a team, because the team is what keeps this thing going every month, and the family that we built, it's awesome. So shout out to everybody that helps out, everybody that's a part of the scrapyard.
Hey, let's give a shout out to the merch tables too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Any shout outs, Mike?
Yeah. Hey, follow me on Instagram, Smoking Weed Fitness, and at Mr. underscore Turner 07 on Instagram. Follow me on that.
Put that on your waiver. Put that on your waiver, and I'll put it in your
tough.
videos, man.
That's
For
tough.
real.
We get one more shout out.
Tune in.
One more shout out to all the followers.
Shout outs, bro. That was what I was about to say.
Oh, no, look what you did.
If you haven't done so, subscribe, hit like.
Y'all watching. Shout out to everybody that likes, subscribe this show. We're gonna take you away with a song. There's some shit that I really ride by. It's called All or Nothing. It's all or nothing, and I'm not afraid of nothing. Who were they? Who were they to judge me? They can try, but they will not indict me. Because I'm there and they're afraid to fight me. It's all or nothing, and I'm not afraid of nothing. Let's go. Got 'em.
Never would have made it.
So, shout out TFW, baby.
I got to request Gottem.
Hey, shout out Gottem, man. Shout out Gottem.
Gottem.
Shout out to
Scrap Talk.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Make sure
Ring
you
the
guys,
bell.
right now, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe, because you don't want to
Ring the bell so you can get notifications when the new
Ding
videos
dong.
come out.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Be safe, fight hard.
Or you ugly.
Start your 2 weeks for the next episode, you busy. Let's go.
Right.